Hey guys, just wanted to spend a few quick minutes to introduce HTZ Automate. It's our latest off-the-shelf product for the mining space. I think most of you are familiar with HTZ communications already and how essential it is for the network planning for the mining environment. Um, and what we've done with HTZ Automate is give you the ability to automate complex RF workflows that will continue running in the background on a scheduled basis, so requiring no operator input. Um, so usually the reason we came up with this product is that the on the mining sites the coverage work is never really done. It's every time pit survey drops a new terrain file or a comms trailer gets relocated, somebody has to reload the terrain, rerun the same exact predictions across the network, and reissue the outputs, right? Reissue the maps. So it's the exact same identical work repeated weekly or fortnightly for every single mine. So what HTZ Automate does, it turns that cycle into a pipeline. You define the analysis once, sites, equipment, thresholds, output, formats, and from then on, it reruns automatically whenever the inputs change. Let's say a new terrain file drops, the coverage for the whole network is recalculated, and fresh maps, KMZ files, reports are generated automatically without any operator input. A trailer or repeater moves, the new coordinates are updated, and the calculations run, and the full picture regenerates, including any coverage gaps or blind spots that may have opened up because of the movement. Um, Another key benefit of this is that the outputs stay consistent every time. The same legends, same thresholds, the same reporting formats. So basically, the process is standardized with this HTZ Automate, and it's no longer dependent on any. It's no longer at the mercy of any user error, basically. So what we're going to do now is take a quick look at HTZ Automate. I think Chris is the product manager for HTZ Automate. Will show a quick workflow with the terrain file being updating, basically a terrain change happening, leading to a coverage calculation, and then the output of a new RSSI coverage file in KMZ format. So yeah, let's see how that works. Thanks, Chris.
Thanks, Edna. So, as Edna mentioned, this is the recipe for terrain update and then generate the RSSI coverage output. Okay, and this recipe is basically a workflow, and this workflow consists of series of jobs here. So it's gonna, of course, update the terrain first from the TIFF file, and then run the coverage calculation, then generate the RSSI coverage output. So we've got the workflow, so we want to schedule this workflow, the recipe. So that's where the schedule comes in here. So I created a sample schedule. Here, as you can see, the mine site A, terrain update RSSI TETRA. So this is using this terrain update RSSI recipe. Okay, as you can see, you can schedule this recipe just on time or with on schedule. And with the schedule, you can also choose daily schedule or weekly schedule or monthly schedule and so on. Okay, so for this demo, let's just use the on-time mode. So just one time only. And here we just define the inputs and outputs of all the jobs. Okay. So let's just run this schedule and see what's going on. So once the schedule is running, it will be placed under this queue section. Okay, and you will, as you can see, the schedule has been queued under this queue section. Now it's processing at the moment. So you can also see the created time and then starting time. And once it's finished, it's gonna tell you the finish time and then with the total time taken as well. And also you can view this queue by stages where you can see what kind of job it's doing at the moment. So HTZ Automate is currently doing the update terrain file from the TIFF. Okay. Hi guys, so as you can see, the schedule has been completed. You can see the finish time here, 4:50, and total time taken is 5 minutes. And when I click this schedule, I can quickly preview the output here. Okay. And as you can see, this calculates the coverage for 10-kilometer radius with the 1.5 meter antenna height. And also I can quickly preview the output of this coverage output. So just here, the KMZ file with the show on map feature, I can quickly preview how the coverage output looks like without even opening the KMZ file on myself. Okay. And you can actually find this output in this directory because I put the workflow as it is. So this directory, as you can see, at 450, I've got my PIT A RSSI coverage KMZ file.
Thanks, Chris. So basically, what you just saw was a completely automated end-to-end workflow where terrain changed, coverage calculations ran in the background, and generated the new coverage output and the KMZ file as well, which automatically gets chucked into that specified folder. You can also visualize the output directly in the GUI as well. Anyway, I think yeah, that's kind of the gist of it. I think while HTZ is there for the network design work, the planning, etc., HTZ Automate is really there for the operational network reliability aspect. Hey, do you have sufficient coverage as your terrain is changing, and as your trailers are being moved around? So like we all know that it's critical to have that connectivity be in place, regardless of what happens. And because there's no specific design aspect needed, it's fairly easy to automate. And that's really the whole purpose of HTZ Automate, to be able to have that entire process running in the background automatically on schedule. That's it. Stay tuned for more HTZ Automate workflows. Thanks.